Yo guys, I'm doing a Draw My Life video. And yeah, I'm mainly doing this because I want to and because we hit 100, which is so amazing. I mean, 3 digits. I freaked out when I got 2 digits. I don't even know what I'm going to do when I hit 4 digits or 5 or 6. Oh my god, if I hit 7, that would mean 1 million. Oh my god. I'm going to stop myself, okay? But yeah, I'm doing the Draw My Life, so let's get into my life then. So I was born on March 27th, 1996 at 3:27 a.m. Very ironic, I know. And so a few months after I was born, I then moved out of the country part of my city and moved more so towards like high schools, elementary schools, and just more of like a community with like grocery stores and stuff like that. Because before I moved there, I lived in a part of the city where like there was not a lot of stuff. And like I said, I was only a few months old, so I don't remember anything from my previous house. So all my memories are made in the house I'm still living right now. But one of my first memories I have while being in this house, like in the first few years, I was in kindergarten and I was basically pulling a kid or pushed, and I forget which way now, but I was basically having fun with a friend of mine, and there was some snow on the ground. It was kind of like, winter, not really though. And I was pushing him along and having fun, and then I think he jiggled the wagon or something, and then I fell, and then so I fell obviously, and he then yelled at me, "Get up, fatty." And that was my first diss/bullying experience per se. And I don't know, I'm like it one bit, like I still remember it. That's how traumatized I am, kind of. But yeah, that happened. So in grade 1, I met my best friend, who I still am with today. I know everyone says this, but seriously, me and Emily have been friends for so long. She's even on my channel before, so if you want to see her, there's some videos in the past. Anyways, she and I have been friends since grade 1. And we've been through everything. When I say everything, I mean I've pooped myself in class and she sat beside me. She's pissed herself in class and I sat beside her. And I've even puked on myself in class and she sat beside me. And this happened all in the span of like 1 to 2 years, by the way, in grade 1 and 2. We were with the same teacher for the 2 years, since there was like kind of like a grade 1/2 class, and then we got to like the grade 2, and then there's like a grade 1 up before us. And throughout the elementary school years, I got more disses and remarks thrown at me, and the bullying always became more constant. And I was always active in class and participating any way I can, but I was also in speech therapy while I was in elementary school. Basically, I wasn't at the grade level I was supposed to be, and so, I mean, I still kind of struggle a little bit with like word, but I think everyone does. But yeah, and so I would literally be taking out class to do the therapy sessions, and I didn't even know it was considered therapy until like now. So I got to go to class for a little bit and have fun. This is where YouTube comes in. I literally started making videos in grade 5. I mean, my school literally banned YouTube, so we couldn't even go on it, but I made videos in my own house about just Pokemon, like, I really don't want to say, but basically Pokemon couples, like, the original Ash and Misty, Pokeshipping basically, or if you're from an advanced generation, May and Drew was another popular one, or even Dawn and Paul. Like, I made videos of that when I first went to YouTube. But yeah, I made my videos in grade 5, and so technically I've been doing videos for 15 years, which is really insane. But yeah, my first actual video though was like a fan fiction kind of one. Like, I would write a story and it would be in the description of the video. And so the actual video was of May and Drew, aka contest shipping, and I wrote a story for it. It's not up anymore, you can't look for it. The username though would be Raccoon Gans if anyone like tried to copy it or anything. It was just, and I used Windows Movie Maker to make the videos. Very basic, I know. And I had this channel for a while, actually. It was like 2 years, and I actually have had this one for 2 years and a bit now. But anyways, I then uploaded a video of me singing along to Taylor Swift's song Fearless, and I don't even remember the numbers that this channel even got in general, but I had multiple comments being like, "You suck," and like just like in general, like, being like I can't sing and stuff, and obviously I can't, just like. So after that video went up, I basically deleted the channel. Everything's off of YouTube now with that channel name. I don't even think anyone else even tried to take it, but also because the name was really weird. But anyways, that ended in grade 6, and so also while in grade 6, I went to my first party actually, and it's one to remember because it was basically my first and my last of one of these type of parties. And so I had to lie about it in the first place, which made me feel really weird, but I was also like, okay, whatever, I have to lie, it's part of the experience, right? And so I got there and I looked extra cute for her because she was like, you have to look cute, you have to look slutty. And so I did. And so when I got there, I didn't know the guy at all. It was his birthday party. And so I told my friend who brought me there, I was like, hey, he's cute. And then she went on and on about how she could set me and him up. And I was like, okay, whatever, sure, okay. And like, just being like, trying to roll along with it. And then all I remember is that they were like chanting kiss, kiss, kissed me in the sky. And we were both standing in front of each other. And I didn't even know how to kiss at that point. All I knew was like the peck. I didn't know anything about like French kissing or anything like I do now. But, everyone was chanting kiss, and we did. Like, I just did a peck, though. I think he tried to do a French kiss. I have no idea. But that happened, and I found out later he was paid $30 to kiss me. And $30 when you're in grade 6 is a lot of money. It's not like how it is now where $30 won't even get me one thing from Sephora. Like, that is so much back then. But yeah, and also at this party, I in general felt humiliated after the kiss because it was like, oh my god, I just kissed someone for the first time. I was in front of so many people. But also because too, after that happened as well, I got put in the corner in the basement. The party was in the basement, so it wasn't like I was left out or anything. But I was put in a corner of the basement, and they put a laundry hamper on top of me. And then they threw cake at that laundry hamper to give me some cake because they were like, oh, we should give her some cake. Yeah, thanks. That's how you treat a guest. I want to see how you treat your family. But after the party, basically throughout the rest of grade 6, I then had this group of girls form together in a little clan, and they started teasing me and like bullying me during recess, and they would literally even hide behind like the pourables, because my school had pourables. Very dumb, by the way. I hate pourables. But they would hide behind them, and they would like, make fun of me, or even like throw snowballs at me, which, by the way, we're not allowed to do in Canada. That's a rule in schools, like we're not allowed to throw snowballs even if it's friendly, but they were throwing snowballs without getting caught or anything, and so I was being bullied and stuff like that throughout the entire rest of grade 6, and because these girls, and probably everything else happened in grade 6, because a lot else other happened, but I don't want to reveal literally every single detail. But because of all that happened, I got switched from the public board to the Catholic school board. And so I was able to switch into the middle school part of this high school because there's like a grade 7 and 8 attached to grades 9, 10, 11, and 12, obviously. And so I went at the perfect time. I was leaving that school perfectly. And I got to make new friends while I was there. And also, too, Emily even went to that school because she switched to the Catholic board in like grade 5. So I was back with her. And even to another friend of mine from my public school board moved to Catholic school board. So I had at least some people to call friends before I made friends. And so in grade 7, nothing big happened. It was more so in grade 8 where huge stuff happened. And so in grade 8, I'm just going to give you the rundown because it's very complicated. And so, yeah. So it's basically a complication of crushes. So in grade 8, I said I liked one boy to cover my crush for another guy. And then it came out I liked that other guy. And then in grade 10, asked me out because of that, which makes no sense, by the way, but he asked me out through Facebook, and I said yes, and then he sent me, like, a relationship status, like, question, like, thing, like, update, and then I had to deny it, because I had my brother on Facebook, and I was like, I can't have a relationship yet. I was like, I was in this mindset I couldn't, and it wasn't like I wasn't allowed to date or anything. I just had this mindset, but I didn't even know him. And throughout the grades 9 as 10 as well, it came out multiple times I liked the same boy, and literally everyone reacted as if I came out as like, bisexual or like lesbian or gay or something like that. Like, they made a huge deal. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that's a bad thing or anything. Like, they just made it like And also in grade 10, I even started a YouTube channel for singing, and that did not last long at all. They literally played it in class sometimes too, which for me was weird in one way, but another way I was kind of like, well, YouTube videos are made to be watched, so... But in grade 11, I learned that Emily would be moving away for the senior year. And so we also declare as well that this would be we're never ever going to get back together with these two guys. Even though we never dated them, we just kind of like, had a thing for them throughout the entire high school years of our lives, And Taylor Swift even came out with the song We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together when we were in grade 11. So it kind of like inspired us to do the same. And so in grade 12, it was a blast, even though Emily wasn't with me. And so me and my friend Julia, who Emily and Julia were friends with, they were basically always talking about Harry Potter and stuff. Like, they immensely loved Harry Potter, and don't get me wrong, I like Harry Potter too, but I'm not like in love with it like they were. And so when Emily was gone, I got to know Julie a whole lot more. We were really good friends, and we still are. And also, too, in January of that academic year, I started this channel, which I cannot believe it's been like 2 years. But yeah, my first video is still up, so if you want to see it, go and watch it. There's literally no edits. You can see me in my pure form. But yeah, and then a few months after, I went to prom. It was amazing. I had no date, which I really do not care about, honestly. I even took a photo with this guy who I knew for the longest time, and we looked hella cute. And people ask me, were you dates? And I say, no, proudly. He's a good friend, though. And it's up on my Instagram, too, so if you want to go and see it, you can check it out. And also, too, after prom, people were getting drunk. I went to Pizza and got myself a pizza in my prom dress. That sounded like a rhyme. Oh my god. But yeah, and then college happened after high school, obviously, and I went for hairstyling, and I recently graduated. Nothing really happened in those years, like, you know, it was pretty chill, and I like that. And so now I'm working in a salon, and I'm just living life as I can right now, and you guys are watching my life. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this, though. If you have watched this much, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week with another video. Bye.